On the evening of April 15th, 2023, a mother and father named Hansa and Himu Makwana stood on the front doorstep of a little shack in a little village in western India called Vinchia. With these two parents were their two kids, a son and a daughter, who were 12 and 13 years old respectively. Tonight, they were going to be spending the night with their uncle and their cousins who lived in this shack. Door to this shack opened up, and immediately the two kids ran inside calling out for their cousins, and the uncle, he just smiled and said, "Don't worry, they're fine, we'll see you tomorrow." Himu and Hansa thanked him very much and began walking out to their own home. A little while later, the couple turned onto their street. On the left side, they could see their home. Instead of going in the front door, they walked around their property into the back side. They also reached their tent. Inside of this tent was the family's shrine to the Hindu god Shiva. Himu and Hansa had been working on this new addition to the family shrine, but it was finally done. The next day, sometime in the afternoon, Himu and Hansa's children returned from their uncle's house, but their parents were not inside the house. When they went outside, they found the shrine, and they looked inside, and once again, they did not see their parents. There was this weird, rusty-colored liquid kind of all over everything, and in the middle of the shrine were these two hunks of meat. When they realized what it was, they screamed and took off running. This is the story behind what those children saw. The night before, when their parents stepped inside the tent, right in the middle of the shrine on the ground was that fire pit, and then off to the right side was a statue of Shiva, and then next to the statue was a picture of Shiva. Shiva is a powerful figure in the Hindu religion. He is viewed as a god of both rebirth and of destruction. The first thing the couple did was start a fire. Himu got out a piece of paper and began writing a note. They folded it up and tucked it between the statue and the picture of Shiva. Then Himu and Hansa turned their attention to their newest addition to the shrine. The new addition basically just looked like a big door frame, but without a door in the middle of it. Draped over the top was a white rope. Himu reached up and grabbed one end of this white rope, and he began pulling it until it was tight. And then Himu, along with Hansa, very carefully got down onto their bellies, and then Himu let go of the rope. The rusty-colored liquid was Himu and Hansa's blood, and the two hunks of meat were their parents' decapitated heads. The children realized this was the case when they scanned around the tent and noticed their parents' headless bodies. This new addition to the shrine was a homemade guillotine. When the police arrived, they would find that letter. Himu and Hansa would not give a reason for why they did this, but they would say, "This was our choice, we wanted to do this." The police, they believe that Himu and Hansa must have been performing some sort of black magic ritual that somehow would bring them closer to perhaps Shiva or some other god, but as of today, no one knows.